Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Full Throttle Sim Racing Points Truck Series here on Full Throttle Television. We're here at Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight for the round of 8 cutoff, or round of 12 cutoff, heading into the round of 8. And you can cut the tension with a knife here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. In the booth with me tonight, Richie Coy. My name is Bernie Hanna. We'll be bringing you the action. And Richie, tonight is the night. 4 drivers go home. Their championship hopes crushed after tonight's race. But man, do we have a race in store to determine that tonight.
Yeah, and you couldn't really ask for a better track to do this cutoff. You know, a lot of times they put these special races like Daytona or Martinsville, but Charlotte's kind of everybody's bread and butter. You got the mile and a half. You got a really great track here where you're going to be able to run top, bottom, middle. So it's going to really give an avenue for all these guys to showcase their stuff tonight.
Yeah, we talk about tonight being the night. Here's the schedule here. Charlotte Motor Speedway, the cutoff for the round of 12 tonight. Then we head on to Chicagoland, Talladega, and Martinsville for the round of 8, and then, of course, the championship finale at Phoenix. So we are getting down to it, past halfway here in the schedule. And, man, tonight, like I said, tonight these guys are going to be looking to try to punch their ticket into the playoffs. Let's look at the playoff standings moving on anyway. We've got 2 guys that have nothing at all to worry about tonight. Nicholas Moreau, Ryan Chapman come in with a win in this round, so they move on automatically. But everybody else is in that pressure cooker. Maybe not Brendan Polt too much. And JP Burns is pretty solid, but past that, man, you've got to worry about a good solid finish tonight to stay above that cutoff line right below 8th place.
Yeah, and you know, even somebody like Robert Malikian who could have if he has a bad race, that 18 points above the cut line can go away pretty quickly. I know I was talking to Michael before the race, and Michael's extremely nervous tonight. He's only 7 points above the cut line above Dave Nestor, and Dave Nestor was top of the board in practice. So Dave Nestor brought something tonight to try to get into the top 8 here.
Yeah, keep an eye on Wayne Grassi as well. He's been quick all night tonight here. Corey Atkins could show up. I think he's won a couple of races before, so he definitely could show up and be a determining factor. And you can never count out TJ Bartel. You got some worrisome guys back there because they could really show up at any point and be a factor here tonight. So this is going to be a lot of fun for us to watch and a lot of tension for the drivers that are trying to make it through. I got to move on and got to mention the C-season points as well because we got that battle going on alongside the playoffs. So, and Justin Gann's had a heck of a season out there, currently leading the C-season points, not in the playoffs. So this is where his focus has been. And man, has he been on target all season so far.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't say too much else about him. He's had a really great season, but you still got Brendan Polt, Nicholas right there within striking distance. Even Ryan Chapman, less than 40 points away. So it's still kind of, if he has one bad night, they can catch him really quickly. So he just needs to keep focused and doing what he's doing, and we might get a new Truck Series championship here in a couple of races.
Yeah, you talking about the championship? Your B season champion right there, Brendan Polt in second. Your A season champion, Nicholas Moreau, right in there in third. So you have champions breathing down your neck right there. And of course, Ryan Chapman back there as well is also a champion in the previous seasons here in truck. So he's going to have some work to do, but looking good so far as these guys are fighting for that ever elusive championship here in the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. Well, we are finishing up qualifying here, and I got to tell you, this is going to be an exciting race. You talk about this track, you can run high, low. I like the top side in 2. Or 1 and 2, you can really get a run off the corner if you use the top side just right. And 3 and 4, you can kind of run all over the place as well. This is, like you said, probably the perfect track to come to determine the cutoff for a playoff.
And it's funny, too, because I was mentioning last night we were here with the Xfinity Series, and it's not been my favorite racetrack for some reason because it does run so much different than all the other mile and a halves. But last night, I don't know, it kind of clicked last night. I kind of started liking it last night, so anything can happen.
All right, well, we're going to see who can get it done tonight here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The qualifying session has completed. These guys are gritting up. We're going to kick it over to our starting lineup for the Charlotte 200 for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. On pole tonight in the number 88, that is going to be James Morris. That's 2 poles in a row for the 88. Really quick in practice. I'm sorry, he is now the 18. He's getting it done tonight as he's starting on point in the number 18 Toyota. Starting to the outside, one of the guys we talked about, below the cutoff line, trying to inch forward. Had a quick truck in practice. He's backed it up in qualifying. Starting P2, Dave Nestor in the number 36. Starting third place, that is the 33 Chevrolet. That is Aaron Satcher. Brought some speed this week. And Brandon Eldrin in the number 97 is going to start to his outside in fourth. Starting P5, your B season champion, the 71 Toyota. That is Brendan Polt. And to his outside newcomer to the league, the 27 Clark Ginnikin. Starting P7, the number 99, that is J.P. Burns in his Toyota. And starting 8th is going to be the O2, that is Wyatt Huntley in a Chevrolet. Starting P9, your current points leader for the C season, that's the 30 of Justin Gann. And to his outside, one of the guys looking to break through tonight as well, the 7 of Wayne Grossi starts P10. 11th place is going to go to the 89 of Chris Gore, with 12th place going to the 10 of Ryan Chapman. 13th for Michael Blackner, looking to hold on to that last final playoff spot. And 14th for Tanner Tomasi. 15th spot is going to be Nicholas Moreau in the number 15. And starting 16th, that is going to be the 24. That is William Lark.
Lewis Meglin starts 17th in the 43 with Robert Malikian in the 16th, who was outside in 18th. Tony Solari comes in at 19th spot in the number 11 with Wyatt Winterfell to his outside in 20th. 21st is the 19 of Grant Robichaux, and 22nd is the 59 of Joshua O'Connor. Justin Diltz comes in 23rd, or starts 23rd in the 91 with TJ Bartell to his outside in the 28. Marty Roberts will start 25th in the 55 with Derek Catt in the 79 to his outside. Ben Tracy rolls off 27th in the 03. And Marshall Johnson will start to his outside. The number 4 of Case McMullen will start 29th with Shad Curran to his outside in 30th. James Torrey and Jonathan Atkins will round out your 32 truck field.
All right, they're in turn 3, so I'm going to do this quickly. Give me a number. Give me a driver to watch tonight as you watch this race with us.
James Morris, 18.
That's an easy pick. Front row, James Morris. I'm going to go with the 70. I'm going to go with his teammate, the 71 of Polt. I think Polt finally gets back in victory lane tonight. He's been strong. This is a track that I think suits him. We'll see what he can do. As the pace car pulls off, we're getting ready for the start here. Front row, James Morris and Dave Nestor bring them down. Waiting for the green flag. There it is, and we are off here in the Charlotte 200.
Great start by the leader, but the 2x2 behind him for third all the way on back, and this is where it's going to start. We're going to get guys running high, guys going to be running low.
James Morris out to a nice lead. Aaron Satcher is going to take over that second spot. The battle for third, Dave Nestor is going to fall to fourth as Brendan Polk gets that, and the battle for fifth on back continues.
Oh, caution. Wayne Grossi.
Oh, no. We were just talking about how he needed a good night, and already things are going sour for the 7 and others. So caution is out here on lap 1. Unable to get a lap under our belts before we see trouble in turn 3 and 4 with looks like the 7 of Grossi involved. Let's see if we can go back and look at our Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay. Going down the backstretch into turn 3, Wayne Grossi on the outside. Oh, just a little contact. Ooh, he got a little air too. And up into traffic, man.
Yeah, it looks like the 89 of Chris Gore might have slid up a little bit here. And Wayne might have came down a little bit, so they made a coming to together on the backstretch, and it instantly got Wayne sideways. But if you look, the 22 of Michael Blackner, another must-have-a-good-night run here, got sideswiped and backed into the wall.
He did back into the wall pretty squarely, but we know what this damage does to some of these guys when you damage the rear of the car. Let's see if we can look at another angle. 7 of Grossi and the 89 come together there. 7 around, almost flips over, catches the 22. Who is that? Nicholas Moreau.
Yeah, Nicholas Moreau and William Lark both collected on the outside there.
Yeah.
Looks like Tony Solari got hit from behind there as he was trying to slow down behind all that too.
Yeah, he's got some major rear end damage there. Right on board the full throttle television machine of Tommy Solari. Slowing down, slowing down. Yep, just got tagged into turn 3 there. And then tagged again as he's wrecking next to the 40 there. Or is that TJ? That's TJ Bartel.
That's TJ, yeah. So TJ changed numbers and still gets collected.
Casey
McMullen, but I guess that's really because we didn't actually change his number on the scoring system, so it didn't. His new number didn't actually take effect yet.
Casey McMullen sees the wreck. Look at that. Comes to a stop basically.
I'm looking at Tony sliding back down the track, and Marshall Johnson nails him. That's where he got all his damage from.
Got to hold them brakes.
Yeah, actually, he
or is he still wrecking? Still wrecking.
No, right. He had the brakes on.
All right, let's see the 6 of James Torrey here going into turn 3. He does the same thing the 4 does. Stop. Oh, it comes to a stop and actually slides the car sideways, hits the brakes so hard, but able to avoid it. And one more look from Ben Tracy as we're getting ready to go green here. Ben Tracy, the Dunkin' Donuts machine, number 03 here. Same thing. So these guys in the back doing a good job of avoiding this.
And this is one thing that we didn't talk about, is that one little simple wreck like this, if it happens far enough in, the track is skinny, and it can collect, like as we just saw, collect a whole bunch of trucks.
All right, they are 2x2 through 3 and 4. Or sorry, turn 2. We got a half a lap. But yeah, it's unfortunate for these guys back there. Grassi, Marshall Johnson, Nicholas Moreau, already calling it a night. So I think Nick's done. Wayne's out there trying to get his damage repaired. He's got to have a decent night. Man, he was quick in practice too, and unfortunately, him and the 89 come together there on the backstretch, and it just seems like, man, I don't know. I mean, hindsight's 20/20, but you didn't need that.
Nope. And same thing with Michael. Michael on lap 1 here. He was already worried about his 7-point lead, and now you got Dave Nestor up here in 4th, and he's in the back with some damage. So,
going to be a long night for some of those guys, but up front we're going to get a restart here. First caution, lap 1. Let's hopefully get a few laps under our belt here. As James Morris is going to lead him down now. Aaron Satcher on the outside of the front row. As we come to the restart zone, green flag comes back out, and we're off once again.
And there goes James Morris out, and got a great lead going into 1 here as they battle continues behind them side by side.
So Brendan Polk's going to take that P2 position. Aaron Satcher dropping to 3rd. The battle for 4th on Dave Nestor and J.P. Burns. It's like Nestor's going to get that as they head down the back.
Yeah, it's still a battle behind them, though, as I'm looking back in the pack. We got some 2-wide action further on back.
Such a shame, though, just looking back at that, too. Wrecking on the straightaway. I mean, you know, you could see turn, get out of shape, maybe the car's loose on cold tires. I mean, you can't blame the car when something like that happens on the straightaway.
No, and it does definitely, it stinks when that happens, but when you got 2 guys that are going in the same direction or going in opposite directions and they meet in the middle, sometimes those things do happen.
Close racing here from White Winterfield. Justin Diltz through the dogleg. The dogleg is a tricky thing too on this track because it does kind of narrow up there. The groove gets really narrow. You try to run too wide through there. Everybody runs that just a little bit different, so it's kind of it can be a struggle through there.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is one of the only tracks that I would not want to be 3 wide going through the dogleg here because it does narrow up so much coming through the 2 extra corners down the front stretch.
It's a lot of times the guys will dip a tire to the inside of the track there through the dogleg. That used to be grass, and it would rip the front end of the car or truck off if you weren't careful. They've now put that turf, that AstroTurf, down on the infield on the front stretch, and that's really helped with that. Those guys, you'll see them every now and then dip that tire down there, and it really doesn't upset the car like it used to.
Yeah, it's actually not too bad. If you do it too much, if you get 2 wheels down there, they'll give you a 1X though.
Yeah, you do get that.
But we don't care about that anymore. But I'm watching up front here, and I'm looking at AA Ron Satcher trying to go to the outside on Brendan Polk here for second.
They're in a top lane, trying to run them down here as everybody's kind of single filed out up front now. They're kind of running in position here, but looks like Clark Ginnikin putting pressure on. Or is that no? That's Ryan Chapman putting pressure on Clark Ginnikin here for sixth spot.
Yeah, it seems like, and I don't know. I think somebody's they're just taking it easy here, trying to let the race come to them. I mean, this is kind of what you want to do. You want the guys up front are going to be up there trying to keep their positions. Hopefully, you get some guys back there, maybe waiting for some tire wear to go away before they start making some moves.
Yeah, if you're one of the guys who are pretty good on your tire wear, and I will say this track's unique to that, a little bit different. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's different when it comes to the tire wear. But if you're one of the guys who's pretty confident in your way to be able to drive on those old tires and maybe pick off some spots, you're going to be a little patient here. I think where we get in trouble is those guys, sometimes they feel like they don't have that longer run speed. They get anxious, get nervous, and they start making moves early on.
Yeah, and I just watched Ryan Chapman go around the 27 in 1 and 2 to pass Clark, and so put Ryan Chapman up to 6th.
Yeah, Ryan, one of the guys that has nothing to worry about tonight. The other one being Nick Moreau, and it's a good thing because he was out early here.
Yeah, they took him behind the wall. He's already out. He's probably at the bus watching us live on TV here.
Battle back here for 13th, William Lark. Chris Gore going at it. Chris on the outside. There's William Lark on the inside. No, that's Derek Cat. I'm sorry, Derek Cat on the inside.
Yes, sir. Derek Cat in that beautifully painted number 79. But back up front, Aaron Satcher doing a great job. Dave Nestor up there doing a great job as well. In 3rd and 4th, with J.P. Burns running 5th. Ryan Chapman, like we said, is up to 6th with Clark right behind him. Justin Gant has actually only been able to move up 1 spot. He usually tears to the front, but tonight either taking his time or these guys up front got something for him.
Yeah, it's good to see some of the new names up front. Like you talked about, Aaron Satcher had a great qualifying run, started in 3rd spot. They're currently running 3rd. You got Dave Nestor up there who had a great qualifying run as well, and he's, of course, fighting for the championship stuff there. Doing a good job, doing exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's so now you got, I'm watching Ryan Chapman in 27 going at it again.
Yeah, Ginnikin looks like he got underneath him there. Kicked him to the high side. He's going to try to pull this pass off.
Yeah, I think Ryan maybe tried to get up alongside the 99 of J.P. Burns and didn't make it, which gave the opportunity of the 27 to drive down underneath him going into 3.
No dice right now as Ginnikin's going to fall back in line. But here comes Justin Gann. You were talking about him. He's taking this opportunity to use that top side as the 10 slides up the track. I don't know if he tried to block it or what, but hits the wall off turn 4.
Yeah, Justin Gann looking for a twofer here going into 1 as he passed the 27. Now looking on the 10. The 10 slides up.
I got to wonder if he's got damage. That's a pretty good hit from turn 4 there.
Now the 27 looking to the outside of the 10.
The 10 touch the apron there. It's going to wash up the track just a little bit. Here comes the 27 to the outside, though. Having a good run. Ginnikin is, too. He's working over the 10, one of our past champions.
And like I keep mentioning, this track just gives you all kinds of options. You have this outside. This is one of the few tracks that we've been to recently where you actually do have a true outside that you can use to help pass other guys.
Speaking of outside, the 33 used that to get a run down the backstretch. Looks to the inside of Brendan Polt into turn 3. Oh, he touched the apron. Well, he actually did a pretty good job there holding it down there. He's going to take that 2nd spot from the 71 of Polt.
But AA Ron up to 2nd place. Nice job. We've got the top 10 basically under a blanket here. Because now Ryan Chapman has moved back up to the outside, and he's looking to go back by the 27 on the outside.
Just enough room coming off turn 2 for the 10 to stick it in there. Does a good job. He's going to hang side by side. Meanwhile, up front, looks like Justin Gann got underneath the 99 of J.P. Burns, who I think touches the wall off the corner. And now Dave Nestor up high as well as the 30. He's going to look underneath him.
Yeah, another twofer for the 30 going on here. 2x2.
Actually starting to pick up here as we get closer to the stage break. Only working lap 19. They are racing again to lap 40 for the stage. And then 134 laps total for the race tonight, as you can see on the ticker or the tower over there.
So, and this is what I was talking about. So we're about 20 laps into this race, and tires, those that saved their tires are going to start to try to march forward. Those that didn't save their tires are going to start their march backwards.
Again, solidly in fourth. Now the battle is on between teammates. In 99 is J.P. Burns, Dave Nestor in the 36. And here comes another teammate. Oh, there's the 10 of Ryan Chapman.
Yeah, Dave Nestor on the going the wrong way here, as now the 10 is by him and the 27 trying to make his way by as well.
Yeah, 27 actually giving the 10 a little bit of a push, trying to push him on by as they kind of work together getting into turn one.
And with that, right behind them, we got Wyatt Hundley in the 02 and Brandon Elder in the 97 battling for the 9th and 10th spot.
Yeah, those are also a couple of teammates there. So teammate on teammate crime early on here. Well, not crime, I guess. Crime would be reckless.
So in the meantime, the top three have checked out. James Morris, Aaron Satcher, Brendan Polt have about a second lead on Justin Gann, who has been able to move his way all the way up to fourth after I said he didn't really start moving forward. He said, hold my beer, and started passing trucks left and right.
Yeah, just taking a look here at the Dave Nestor now. Brandon Elder underneath Dave. You're right, Dave's kind of going backwards, but he just needs a solid night with his championship rival right now, Michael Blackner, having troubles with damage. He needs 7 positions ahead of Michael. And if he can get some stage points, if he can hang on and get some stage points, that'd go a long way towards that total.
Yeah, and I just scanned back here to look at Michael Blackner, who's running around in 19th position right now. He's kind of by himself. He's running, I don't think he's got anybody actually anywhere near his mirror here. So, unfortunately, he is not near the top 10, so he's not looking at right now at any stage points.
Yeah, currently 19th spot for him. Dave Nestor just inside the top 10 as we speak, but he's also under fire from a lot of trucks. There's a lot of trucks in his vicinity right now.
Yeah, Wyatt Hundley trying to work his way underneath him, but right directly behind them is the 09 of Tanner Tomasi and the 16 of Robert Malikian, and also William Lark, who actually was involved in that early accident that is seemed to have recovered very well.
Absolutely, yeah, he's hanging on to this back of this pack here and looking a little speedy. I expect nothing less. I think this is a track that kind of suits him as well. Unfortunately, he got a little damage early on, but having to rebound from that makes it fun for us to see who can actually make that happen.
Yeah, it's the 09 and the 16. The 09 is trying to work that high side.
Oh, contact! He
saved
16 into the corner. Tomasi hangs on to it, using that dirt experience to slide that truck around and hang on to it after contact from the 16 there.
And while that's going on, the 71 of Brendan Polt is working his way past Aaron Satcher there for second.
Well, and here comes Satcher back on the bottom, all the way to the bottom, down the back stretch. These guys having a heck of a battle for second place.
It looks like Justin Gant and Ryan Chapman have both caught them, so it's about to be a 4-truck battle here. Oh, the 30 got sideways.
Oh, yeah, and he's looking underneath the 33 now. Got that run off of turn 4. No, he's not going to be able to get there, as the 33 is going to give him the bottom, but he's going to use that momentum on the top side to try to slingshot off this corner.
I see a 3 wide.
Yeah, the 10. Ryan Chapman thought about it, but there wasn't a 3 wide. The 33 got that run. Gang got a little loose, and I think Chapman ran out of room.
And just when you thought you would break away from the pack, here comes the rest as the 99 and the 27 has joined this battle.
I think Gann in the wall again off turn 4 a little bit there.
This is what James Morris wanted to see. He's actually now out 1.2 seconds ahead of Brendan Polt, who's a little bit in front of this massive trucks behind him.
Yeah, absolutely. This really works for him. Ginnikin on the back of this pack getting challenged from J.P. Burns on the inside, the number 99 there.
I like that little picture on the front of the 27 there. It's like a little devil guy. I like that guy.
I like that guy.
I like that guy. And Aaron Satcher is caught back up to the 77 one and said, "Nuh-uh, I want second back." Doesn't quite make it this time, but battling going on here all over the place.
I was going to say, this is some great racing right here. Everybody's kind of moved up the track a little bit, too. Very few of them running actually, nobody in the top. Well, okay, we got one. Who's that?
My guy.
Yeah, Ginnikin running the bottom there. But everybody else up the track in the second or third lane. So this track really widening out, providing a lot of great racing for these guys.
Yeah, and don't think there's not racing back in the pack. As Robert Malikian has worked his way past Dave Nestor. Now you got William Lark, Wyatt Hundley, and Ben Tracy, who started tail end of the field, all right there running for the top 10 here.
Yeah, Dave trying to hang on to that final stage point, but it's going to be tough here as these guys are starting to eat him up.
That's not good for Dave Nestor fans, but Michael Blackmer fans are out there going, go, go.
Yeah, actually Blackmer's falling to 21st, so that damage really hurting him. But to see if he can make some adjustments or make some repairs at this stage. We are getting closer to it. Now only 8 laps to go to the stage break.
Back up front, the 30 of Gann is on the outside of Aaron Satcher, trying to take over third with Ryan Chapman right on his tailgate.
Side by side for third there. We got Satcher on the bottom, Gann on the top as they enter turn 1. I think Gann in the preferred lane right now. As that bottom lane looks like it's losing grip. It's hard to hold your truck down there on those old tires, although the 33 does a great job of maintaining through 1 and 2.
And I got confirmation that Nick is watching us. He said he had a great race. So thanks for watching, Nick. Sorry your race didn't get all the way there. Looks like he had a great truck going through 1 and 2.
Yeah, he had a great half a lap.
You know, my dad was perfect for that. Anytime we had an issue, I'd go out, have an issue in a lap. He'd be like, "Well, how's the car?" I'm like, "Dude, I got like a half a lap. I'm going to tell you how the car was."
Close racing here for fourth as the 30 of Gann finally gets by for third spot. Now the 10 of Chapman and 33 of Satcher side by side. But yeah, it's you didn't even get the tires high. Nick didn't even get the tires warm in a half a lap there. Unfortunately, he got caught up in that accident there.
Yeah, I keep watching these guys. They duck down, and I keep having flashes of doing these 3 wides, and unfortunately, cooler heads prevail, and they don't do it.
Yeah, the 10 there. I don't know if he got loose off the corner or what, but he came off the corner a little bit lower there, contact with the 33. It's cost him a lot of time to the guys in front of him. Maybe he was getting a little frustrated. Here comes your guy, Ginnikin, in the 27.
And right behind him, don't count out the 97 there, Brandon Elder, who's made his way up to 7th spot here, and he's right behind all these trucks. And Robert Malikian, both of those guys had made their way past just J.P. Burns. So
yeah, he's caught this pack. Elder has, so he's run them down in the 97, run that top side, making it work. Now he goes to the bottom. Looks like he's carrying a lot of speed on these older tires.
Yeah, he's now right behind Aaron Satcher. And those of you wondering what happened to James Morris, he's still out front. If you want air times, James, you're going to have to bring your truck back to the pack here because there's some great racing going on back here that you're not a part of.
He's a 2.2 second lead right now over his teammate Brendan Polt, who's in second. But the battle for second is still on. That's for sure. They are packed up there. You got Gann right behind Polt, Ryan Chapman, and now underneath Ryan Chapman is the 27 of Clark Ginnikin.
And right behind them, Brandon Elder working his way past AA Ron Satcher there.
Ooh, I think Ryan Chapman touched the wall there in turn 1 and 2. Keeps his momentum, though, and able to hang on to it. But you're right, the battle behind him is Brandon Elder underneath Satcher, or trying to get there anyway. Battles all over the place as we got a battle for second. And going for it under Polt.
2nd and 3rd, 4th and 5th, 6th and 7th, all side by side. with the lap car truck of Wayne Grassi coming on new tires, about to go through these guys like hot butter on a cold knife.
Well, I will tell you, if I'm Wayne, I might just hang tight here. He is in the lucky dog position. I think he's in good shape for that. There's only a few laps left. Just hang tight there, get your lucky dog, get back in this thing.
Nah, he's going right. He's going to go try to get. Oh, caution. Caution.
And that's going to end the
55.
stage. End the stage for these guys. Marty Roberts with issues in turn 3 and 4. We'll go back and look and see what happened. Our Bestman Tire and Auto Care instant replay here. Oh, contact between him and the 66?
66. Yeah, 66.
Shag Curran contact into turn 3, and those guys...
Well, that goes back farther than turn 3. You got to go look going through 1 and 2. There's contact there. Then there's more contact on the backstretch.
Oh, 66 up the track. Into the 55 and 1 and 2. And then he just makes contact with him again. And then finally wrecks him and himself as well.
All in front of Michael Blackner, who's already put on his brown pants tonight. And Tony Solari, who does a great job of actually slowing down to avoid the incident.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you would. Let's back it up here. I don't know why you would. I mean, I don't know. Let's look at it again. Right on board the 66 of Shackering. Gets underneath the 55. He's kind of wiggled around there. Into turn 1. Side by side into 1. He washes up the track into the side of the 55 just a little bit there. Off the bottom. And then he comes up and makes contact with him again here on the straightaway and gets him wiggling, and it finally sends both of them to the inside wall. I just a little discretion there probably would have saved both those guys.
In the meantime, everybody on pit road, and as I switched, I watched the 18 of James Morris slide through his pits and have to back up. I don't know if that's going to cost him anything.
We'll see if we're watching the end of pit road here, see who comes out first. Got some movement. The 30 out. Oh, yeah, we've got a few guys beat him off there. The Justin Gam machine, Clark Ginnikin up to second. Brendan Polt, Ryan Chapman, all out in front of our leader, Morris.
It's amazing. It truly, racing is an all-around sport. You have to be good at every aspect of it, and that's including getting on and off pit road and getting in your pit stall without having any issues.
That's why I love green flag stops. That's where I feel like I do a little better job there than I do some of the other places. But of course, I don't know. You can push it. You can lose a lot too. You can gain a lot, but you can also lose a whole lot if you do it wrong. If you get it wrong.
Well, and I always tend to err towards the side of caution. Sometimes it costs me a little bit, especially under the green flag pit stops.
I gotta think that averages out somewhere. Like you're careful, but don't make many mistakes. I'm not as careful, make up time, but I make mistakes. You got to figure at some point that kind of averages out over time.
Yeah, at least when you get over 500-600 races, I'm sure it averages out eventually.
Yeah.
Because actually, I do believe that you hit a milestone here at FTSR the last time you were on the track. I believe you started your 700th career FTSR race.
Wow. Really? That many, huh?
Yeah. And you're not even the top seed.
Oh, I know. We got one guy, man. He hasn't raced with us in what a year, and he's still on top of the charts.
Yeah, it's been a while, but slowly going up there. We're all kind of climbing up there, so that's a good thing. I like to see it. Looks like Jonathan Atkins wasn't able to make the start tonight. He had a baseball game, so he's out there watching us, and. Yeah, GHR and FTSR are no longer working together there, Scott. So that's why you see some different numbers out there and some missing drivers.
Yeah, and if you guys are following along, you got a favorite driver out there, somebody you're pulling for, let us know in chat. hit us up. Let us know who you're looking at. Tell us how we're wrong by picking the drivers we picked.
We got a new front row here. 30 on the outside is the leader. 27 of Clark here on the inside is second. So let's see what happens here on this restart. We're about to go green.
Yep, front row, and Ginnikin. Up front, you got Chapman, Polt, Brandon Elder. Your top 5 as the pace car's off. They enter the restart zone. We're going to get ready for racing once again as Gann fires off from the outside lane, and we are green.
Yeah, and Ginnigan's going to slot in second here as Ryan Chapman works the outside, Brendan Polt works the inside, and they're going to single file off down the backstretch here.
Yep, top 5 single file, top 6 now as Aaron Satcher uses that outside lane. Now 2x2 for 6 as Burns and Elder fight it out into 3.
That, and we got Ryan Chapman, who's made his way under Polt. Both of them a little loose coming off. Satcher in the wall behind him.
We got a few guys in the wall. Looks like Dave Nestor got the wall there off turn 4 as well. You don't want to see that, as he's going to have to wrangle that one back in and continue his charge to the front. We're almost 3 wide coming off turn 2, now 2 wide.
Yeah, Aaron Satcher looking a little bit loose on this restart here. Got to get them tires up to temperature. Maybe he'll take some of that loose out.
He's had a great race so far. Just needs to get those tires up to temp and then go at it once again, because he's got a fast car. He had a fast car all the way through the run there, and that is a good sign going forward.
You say he had a fast car. The only thing I think of that when you said that was Tracy Chapman singing, "I got a fast car."
Oh boy, are we going to do this again?
No, we're good. Meanwhile, Aaron Satcher out of a cannon around the 18 of James Morrison underneath Ryan Chapman. So where did that just come from?
He's charging hard early on. A little close race between the 24 and 02 back there I just jumped to. But he is charging early on, but you got to worry about those tires, man. You got to take care of those tires. They'll take care of you in the long run.
Yeah, and this is the long run. So the first half was, you were stopping at lap 40 to get tires. This time we got to go all the way to lap 134 here. So you only have a set amount of tires. So you got to keep them. But we're a 2x2 up front with Ryan Chapman on the outside at 71 for third.
Yeah, third on back, 2x2x2, 3 rows deep. As they all fit into 1. Ryan Chapman on the outside, Polt on the inside, leading that line, those lines.
Are we at Talladega or are we at Charlotte?
Yes.
This is what racing's all about here, is the 10 still trying to work the outside.
And I know we got a long way to go, but man, I got to give these guys props. They have put on a heck of a show so far with their racing, and mostly have been clean and no issues. These guys are able to run 2 and 3 wide. No issues, staying off each other, racing clean, giving room. But man, the racing has been intense, and I still don't know if the top side or bottom side is where you want to be here.
I couldn't tell you. We'll find out in a little bit. But if you're going to commentate or curse the field like that, I want to put a shout out to Ben Tracy, who's running 10th right now. But he started this thing shotgun. He had a penalty and had to start EOL, which meant he start last on the grid, and has made his way all the way up to 10th spot. What a run.
He's one of the guys that came to a complete stop there with that first wreck into turn 3. Him and Casey McMullen and maybe a few others come to basically a complete stop just to miss that wreck. So a good job for him. He avoided that one, able to take advantage of some of the guys have some misfortune, and now he's worked himself up into the top 10.
Meanwhile, up front, still great racing going on up front there. As the 27 is still in second, but he's getting pressure heavily on the outside by Aaron Satcher.
Satcher using that top lane, rolling the top very well, is able to get to the outside of the 27 down the backstretch. I'm sure Gann's seeing that and wondering what lane to run. He's going to move up top and try to block that run from the 33.
Now is that going to open up for the 27 to make the move on the inside? And it does not.
I'll tell you what, they must put an extra large mirror in that number 30, because it seems like every race it seems like he's looking in that mirror. He's of course, when you got the whole field behind you, that's where you're going to be looking anyway.
Yeah, and there's nothing in front of you. You got to look behind you to see something. Meanwhile, Brendan Elder on the outside of Brendan Pope trying to take that spot away.
Yep, Elder up trying to get into the top 5. Looks like he's going to do so and actually pull to the outside of James Morris, our pole sitter.
Aaron Satcher sliding back a little bit there on the outside, but still giving a strong run here. As Tanner Tomasi just pulling up into the top 10 here in the 09. Just made his way past.
2x2 for third on back here up front. He's out on the inside of the 10 of Ryan Chapman and Satcher side by side for third, and for fifth it's James Morris and Brendan Elder.
So we got one of the first things we had was Skoducks out there looking for rooting for Wyatt Winterfeld to get to the top 10, and he's up to 14th spot trying to move his way forward here. So maybe tonight's the night.
Yeah, once again, he's right outside the top 10, but the last time we said that, he had some bad luck, so I don't know if we want to focus too much on that because I don't want to jinx it.
Well, he's using the Space Force tonight to move his way up on the outside here.
It'd be nice if they take some stars off that truck and put it in the actual sky here in iRacing.
What? You mean there's stars at night?
All right, 2x2 for third. Still Aaron Satcher, Ryan Chapman.
27 all over the back of the 30 there, but behind them, 2x2 still running side by side. Ooh, 2 wide.
Really? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, well, yeah, 3 wide. Nope, 2 wide.
Yeah, Brandon Elder's going to back out of that. Not yet. Smart move.
This is a tough track to run 3 wide on. And here comes Lewis Meglin from nowhere with that 43 STP paint job coming up here to run with these guys.
I like this kind of paint. You can pick him out anywhere on track. You can see that iconic blue and red number 43. You immediately think Richard Petty, but you can definitely pick the truck out anywhere around the track.
James Morris hugging the bottom here as he's making his way underneath Ryan Chapman for third. Was he just saving tires, you think, off that restart, and now it's starting to kick in?
I could be, because he did pull out to a pretty large lead. Of course, I don't know if that's because maybe he was, Aaron Satcher in the wall hard behind him. Off of the corner, that's going to lose him a little bit of momentum as the 03 is going to duck to the inside, try to get by. But going back to that, it could be he obviously had a great long run truck. He could have pulled away over 2 seconds, but you got to wonder if some of that was the battling, the racing that we were having too. So,
well, like I said, he's just rolling the bottom of the racetrack, and he's now underneath Ryan Chapman here. They're trying to run for third spot.
Into turn 3 they go. Lincoln way up the track in front of Chapman. He's going to have to check up for that. That's going to allow the 88 to get underneath the 27 now off turn. Well, maybe not. Maybe so. Right there on the corner.
Maybe not. Maybe so.
Ginnigan trying to hold that truck down. Looks like it's washing up the track just a little bit. Opens the door for the 88 of Morris, who's going to fight him for second spot. Or not.
Yeah.
Well, he gets a good run off the corner.
I love running the bottom here. You got to wrap the bottom here in order to get good. But if you got a good truck on the outside, you can definitely power around on the outside. I'm just curious to see if the outside holds the tires like the bottom can.
That top side, I don't know what it's going to do to the tires, but it's definitely working right now. And we did see everybody kind of progress to the top throughout the run. So you got to wonder too, like the top may burn the right rear off. But right now, if I'm the 88, I'm worried about burning the right front off, running underneath these guys lap after lap.
And we're right about almost 20 laps from where we went green. So this is where you're going to start to see some of them tires that if you weren't saving or you were abusing, this is where you're going to start to see the movement.
Finally, an Elder battling back here for 9th and 10th spot. A couple of teammates. Actually, looks like Wyatt's going to take that position. As here comes J.P. Burns to fight him as well. He's going to use that outside lane to kind of roll around the 97.
Yeah, and a little bit back behind then, you got Robert Malikian from 14th all the way back to 20th, all under a blanket here as well. So we have battling all over the racetrack.
We really do. I mean, I'm sure there's battles back here. Wyatt Winterfield, Derek Catt, Michael Blackner. This is a gaggle.
Right, and you got Dave Nestor right behind Michael Blackner. So you got the cutoff guys now running right behind each other.
Side by side, actually, 2, 3, and 4. As the 36 going to look to the outside of Derek Catt. Are they 3 wide? Oh, my. Oh, almost. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I think Michael Blackner backed out of that.
Mayhem Michael trying to stem the mayhem tonight.
Again, Nestor needs those 7 points. He needs to be 7 positions ahead of Michael Blackner if he doesn't lead a lap. And right now, they are right there. He can see him, and that's really all Michael needs right now is to be able to see the 36 of Dave Nestor.
That is true. Now up front, the 10 has made his way to try to go outside of the 27 for second, and James Morris in the 18 was never actually able to get anywhere.
Yeah, Ginnikin and Chapman side by side. Well, those guys have been side by side a lot of this race. You find these guys right here together as Chapman using that top lane trying to roll around the 27. You're starting to see that bottom lane kind of go away, I believe, here, as it looks like Chapman's going to take that position.
And don't look now, Ben Tracy in that hot pink Dunkin' Donuts machine up to 6th and right here.
Iconic colors for Dunkin' Donuts and pink machine. We've only had a couple pink cars. We've had Pepto-Bismol. We've had, of course, you have all the pink cars for the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The Nesquik car, that's a different shade of pink, but that's pink. And now you've got the Dunkin' Donuts pink. And I'll tell you what, pink is an easy color to pick out under the lights, man. It looks really good here at Charlotte.
It does, and while we're talking about that, the 27 has fallen here. He was running second not so long ago, and now you got Ben Tracy going around him, looking to take over 5th from him.
Yeah, use those tires up, I think, a little bit early on the run, or either his truck's not handling the way he wants to. It might be a handling issue. He can adjust on it. But right now, following the 6th spot outside of the top 5. He's really quick early on. We'll see if he can do anything. As you see, James Morris, are they working around? Is that a lap truck? No, that's a 10. Something happened to the 10 of Chapman. Sorry. That's Ryan Chapman on the top.
Yeah, put James Morris up there into P2 now.
Brendan Polk tries to close the door on that 03 of Ben Tracy. It was close racing into 3. Well, Chapman looks a little loose here. That 10 truck, he's falling back. It's a 77, 71. Sorry, it's going to look on the outside of him.
Yeah, and the 27's still there. It's not like he's falling back, so he's still right there to be able to pounce if someone makes another mistake.
Ooh, crossover, 71. The 10 slides him off the corner. 71's going to look back to the inside into turn 3. Does he return the favor? No, he's going to be able to stick on the bottom though, but you see the struggles of the bottom lane there.
Yeah, you just really can't come off the corner there. You lose the grip, especially when you don't have the whole track to be able to come out and use that momentum.
I'll tell you what, James Morris is trying to hunt down Justin Gambit. Justin jumped out to a pretty sizable lead over him. 0.7 of a second. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a little ways there.
It is. It is, but we'll see. We'll see. James had a great long run truck, but this time he was in traffic, so maybe he used a little more tire than he did in the first run.
Get a battle back here as William Lark gets around Aaron Satcher. Aaron, another one of those drivers, kind of falling off here on the longer run. Satcher at 33, falling back to 8th spot. William Lark, though, up to 7th after getting involved in that wreck early on.
Yeah, fantastic comeback by William to bounce back from that wreck and being solidly in the top 10.
Side
Just
by side.
looking back through the field, Dave Nestor is kind of been held on at 16. Michael Blackner falling back to 19th, but he's still can see Dave, and that's kind of what he wants.
It's going to go to the very end, isn't it? They're going to be right there.
I believe it is, yeah. Man, these guys aren't giving up. The 27 now is moving back underneath Ben Tracy. So they're still fighting here, kicking and screaming as now Ben's trying to work to the outside of Brendan Polt. So these guys aren't resting on their laurels. They're definitely racing here the entire length.
Yeah, we're going to be thinking about pit stops here shortly as well. These guys are going to have to think about doing that, maybe a green flag pit stop. And that can be a little bit of a challenge as well, as we were talking about. That's kind of an art. And here at Charlotte, it can be a little bit of a struggle getting that thing turned down to pit road and slowed down. And you got that wall right there, too, you have to worry about.
Yes, and that wall hurts when you hit it. It does not move. So actually, what the issue coming off the air is that transition from the banking down to that really, really flat area can really upset, and you can bottom the truck out, and that can just you could spin backwards up into the racetrack for all that can happen.
I know we talked about, I mean, we saw it in the Cup race on Monday night, and that, that car is really stiff, so it makes a real challenge. We even saw the leader trying to come to pit road, spins out, brings out a caution, kind of ruined his night. I mean, he finished third, but he had a chance at a win there. But I mean, it's hard to do in any car, but Cup cars is a little bit of a struggle for sure. But even in these cars, we'll see how everybody tackles that when that happens. And that can really shake things up too. That can shake up the lineup, and that's an opportunity again for like Dave Nestor and Michael Blackner to gain or maybe lose some positions.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody's still, I mean, we have the whole field on the front stretch still, so it's not like we're anybody's in the process of getting lapped, but we got cars all over the place, so you have plenty of opportunities to make passes if you can get up and run with some of these guys.
I got to tell you, man, watching this racing tonight, and it's been awesome. It's been great, and it actually makes me kind of wish I was out there, man. It looks like a lot of fun.
Looks like a lot of work. I don't think I have as much work up here.
It does look like a lot of work too, because it is hard to hang on to those positions and hard to figure out which lane to run. I mean, the top side, the bottom side, these guys have options, and they're using them all at different points in time.
Well, I mean, I keep flipping back and forth on this and that and the other thing, and every time I flip back and forth, it's another set of trucks that are running side by side that were side by side with somebody else just a lap ago. So there's just people just constantly going back and forth here in position.
I've seen Ben Tracy race with Brendan Polt here. They come up on the lap truck of the 7 with Grassi. Grassi, again, another one that needed a good night. This long run is not giving him the time to fix that truck up. He's going to lap down here. Actually made. I think he just pitted, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he just pitted. I think he just came out of the pits, and he's 7 laps down. So
he's quick. I was watching the guys catch him, and he just pulled away from him. So
new shoes.
Yeah. All right, our battle up front. Justin Gann continues to lead. He's actually stretched out to 1.6 seconds over the 88 of James Morris. I gotta think, we were talking about, I gotta think James maybe used up a little more tire than he wanted to, trying to get by those guys. And he's actually fallen back to Ryan Chapman, Ben Tracy, Brendan Polt, and the group that we've been watching.
There's a group, all right. In fact, actually, here comes Ben Tracy. He's gotten by the 27. He's gotten by the 71. So put Ben Tracy up to third. Fourth. Yeah, fourth. No, yeah, fourth. Sorry. He's going for third.
Underneath the 10, yeah, he's going for third.
And I think I might be sounding a little too shocked over that. I'm just, he started shotgun on the field, and it's just, it's a great run he's having. I hope he can continue it.
Wow, Ben Tracy. 4th spot. Who would have guessed?
I know. I didn't want to. I'm like listening to myself say it. I'm like, wow, I sound way too surprised over that. And that wasn't what I was going for.
Well, we got a battle between the 22 and 43. We've seen those two come to blows before in the past. They get by, though, no problem. The 23. It's another spot for the 22 of Michael Black, who inches one spot closer to Dave Nestor, who's 2 spots ahead of him.
And Michael's got a teammate, a sister teammate behind him. Does Tony play spoiler here, or does he actually help Michael?
He's got a rear gunner. I saw that.
Rear gunner. Oh, Wyatt Hundley sideways off the corner right in front of Dave Nestor.
Dave trying to pick off another spot. Maybe Dave got the long run truck again. These pit stops are going to be so critical for these guys to see if they can make up time and not lose time. More importantly, between the two of them fighting on the playoff bubble.
And now it becomes Ryan Chapman all up in the wall.
Here comes Ben Tracy underneath him. He's going to try to take that 3rd position.
Right now he's got it. He's just got to do the slide job.
And up the track, and he clears him.
So now it becomes, when do they pit?
Ginnikin looking on the 71. And Ben Tracy diving to the bottom, trying to get underneath James Morris. So here comes the 03. I don't know. I'm surprised too. Here he comes for 2nd.
Well, sure, Ben Tracy, but he's got 2nd. Put the Dunkin' Donuts machine. Looks like he's all jacked up on some espresso here.
He's wanting to do some donuts at the end of this race. When's the last time we got to talk about the donut machine doing donuts?
I don't know if we've ever gotten to do that. Ooh, checkup going into 3 there.
Yeah,
but put the 24 and the 16 in the conversation. Dave caught this gaggle. Looks like James Morris is really loose. Ryan Chapman is loose.
These guys hanging on now.
This is at the end of the run here, so I'm sure tires are they're going to want to get new shoes as quickly as possible.
Chapman up the track in front of the 88. He's going to take 3rd spot. That opens the door for Clark Ginnikin. Here comes your guy on the hood.
He's in the 18.
Clark Ginnikin? You said you liked the guy on the hood.
No, I do. I know, but you keep saying the 88 because he switched numbers on us.
Oh, did I say the 88?
Yeah.
I never make a mistake. I don't believe it.
No, I know. I'm the same way.
I'm perfect. So.
Contact right in front of him.
The 10 of Chapman turned by the 27. Clark Ginnikin caution is out. Chapman hard into the and he gets hit. And that's
is that Dave Nestor?
I was about to say it is Nestor involved with a little front end damage. You just saw it right here. Ryan Chapman gets turned around. Looks like Joshua O'Connor was involved. Satcher got a piece of it. Caution is out, so no green flag stops for these guys. Let's look at our best retired auto care. Instant replay here coming down the backstretch. See what happened here between, actually we're watching Nestor, that's not good. See what happened between the 27 and the 10 here. What caused this contact? Did 27 get too close or the 10 come down? I'm not really sure. Right on board with the 27 here to see if we can see a better shot of it. Down the backstretch, into turn 3. I think 27 just moved up a little bit. Caught the side of the 10. And unfortunately, we're right on board with the 10 too here. And unfortunately, the 10 gets mollywopped into turn 3.
Mollywopped.
Yeah, I like that word.
So the 18 gets into it, the 24 gets into the 27, but the 16 and the 99 make it through with no issues.
Yeah, who was that? Was that the 18 that drove kind of up under the?
Yes.
And then the 33, man, having just a great night. Comes in there, he's right in his lane and runs right into him.
I'm looking to see if and he's slow. The 33 even slowed down. He just chose the wrong lane, unfortunately. And that, yeah.
Coming into this, goes up the track, comes back down. Sticking
And
with
that
you.
was Dave Nestor that got involved as well. But Michael Blackner makes his way through.
Dave Nestor here down the back and right into this. And Morse with some heavy damage too. Around the board with him in the second. Nestor slow. Hey, just the 33 when he stopped right there. Just right where Dave was going. More than 18, James Morris. Boy, I mean, he committed to the top side. Really nothing he could do.
Yeah, and it happened right there.
Yeah. Oh, man. Tore the right front off. There's your pole sitter.
And my pick.
Well.
and usually, like it always happens, the 27, no worse for wear, he's lining up 5th. Oh, wait, take that back. Where'd he go?
He is down in 19th.
Did he just pit?
Well, did these guys pit?
Oh, yeah, everybody pitted.
I was going to say, I think everybody pitted here.
I could have swore I just saw him lined up front, but all right, so he's in the back. So we got Justin again on the inside, Ben Tracy restarting on the outside, Brendan Polt 3rd, William Lark 4th, Robert Malikian and JP Burns are round out your top 6 here going down the backstretch.
And I believe... All right, we're getting everybody lined up here. All right, I think we're in good shape. Justin Gann, your leader right now. Ben Tracy 2nd. Your front row here as we get ready for this restart. We'll see if the 03 can put the icing on the donut tonight. Let's say the cake, you know.
Look at you.
Justin Gann trying to take that away. No donut for you. All right, they entered the restart zone. Gann fires off We Are Green once again as the 03 didn't get that great of a start. It's going to allow Brendan Polt to take over P2 going into turn 1.
Yep, put Brendan Polt in the 2nd, Ben Tracy 3rd, and Robert Malikian looking for his way up to 4th here.
Right off down the backstretch, battles on for 4th spot, or 5th actually. William Lark under fire from JP Burns. Actually, Lark taking the outside there, ripping around the top of 16 of Robert Malikian. He's going to fight him off the corner there, but it looks like the 24 is going to fall back in line.
Looks like the 24 might have scraped the wall a little bit coming out of 4 there.
This guy's looking a little impatient. Here comes Tomasi to the outside of JP Burns. Into the outside of the 24. We saw some of these guys charge up to the front early on in the last run, and they paid for it. So you got to be careful here. You got to manage those tires.
And sometimes it's difficult to manage the tires when you get back in the pack here, and you feel like all these guys are taking advantage of you and going to the outside. But you got to have that patience to know that if you're going to save your tires, that you're going to get them in the long run.
You got to stay on plan. That's hard to do, like you said, when you see guys blowing by you, but you got to know in the long run it'll pay off. I'm just going to hope for a long run. You get a short run, lose a few. Who's hard in the wall
59
there?
to 59.
Joshua O'Connor, looks like he lost track of where the wall was coming off the corner. Hard into the wall.
That's not going to be good for the truck.
A little bit good for the wall either, as hard as he hit it. That'll be good for his health.
I want to give another shout out. We got James Torrey up in 7th. We haven't talked to him about him all night long. That shakeup there has definitely brought him into the top 10. And now he's got that number 6 truck rolling here.
I love seeing these guys kind of show up here. Some of these names showing up in the top 10 here. Getting it done here at Charlotte right now. Doing a great job as he is fighting off Brendan Eller to the number 97.
Meanwhile, the 09 of Tomasi has passed Ben Tracy on the outside and is now outside the 71 of Brendan Polt. Put the 09 in the second. I don't think he's done yet.
Yeah, he's pushing hard here. He's going to put some pressure on our leader as the 30 moves up the track to kind of put. I tell you what, that mirror in the 30, man, it gets a workout. They need to clean that thing out on every pit stop.
Yeah, he moved up to take the lane away, but the 09 turned and went down underneath him and is fighting really hard for the lead here. Up the racetrack.
Oh, a little bit of contact with the 30 there. They keep it straight, though. That's going to open the door, though, I thought, for the 71, but he's going to stay behind him.
I'm just watching. Because there's racing back behind here, too, is Brendan Elder trying to get underneath, actually, James Torrey back there in 7th and 8th now.
Oh, and now they bring the 24 into the picture as the 6 looks on the outside of the 24 of William Lark. It's Torrey on the outside.
Meanwhile, up front, the 71 has got underneath the 09 there, looking to get second back. Racing all over the track.
Yeah, side by side for second. This group of 3 up front by themselves, but you got this pack back here behind them as the 6 is still on the outside of the 24. And then Brandon Elder kind of looking on right behind him. Tomasi able to hang on to that position. The 30 way up the track. That's going to bring the Tomasi machine right on his back bumper.
Yeah, Tomasi's got a great short run truck, but is he going to be able to hang on for the rest of the race running this hard?
If he wants to get by him, he's got to get by him pretty quick because that 30 truck's pretty quick on the long run. And I'll tell you what,
71 tries to go to the outside. Yeah, I think he might get him here on the outside.
71 was peppering the back of that Tomasi truck right there, all over the back bumper, able to go to the outside and retake second spot.
Tanner Hot Tomasi.
Well, his first outing, he definitely was hot. If you remember back to Darlington.
Yes. He wasn't hot like that coffee at Dunkin' Donuts serves with Ben Tracy right behind him. Now, a couple laps ago, wasn't James Torrey outside the 24? Now, all of a sudden, James Torrey's underneath the 24.
Doing a good job hanging on there. Yeah, he couldn't get it done on the top. Now he's going to try the bottom, but it was like the 24's got the momentum off the corner. He's going to hang on to that. But Brandon Elder says, not so fast. I'm going to take the top side and see if I can do something.
There's some battling going on behind him, too.
Michael Blackner to 12th spot. A big turn of events for him as he's gained some positions. Unfortunately, Dave Nestor back in 22nd now. And in kind of a group of cars there, too. Not sure what damage he has, but he definitely lost some track position.
Ooh, Ben Tracy, contact with the 09.
Oh, 3 wide. 16 of Malikian's going to cut the gap there. Going to take that position. The 24 is going to follow him through of William Lark. Actually, the 16 still side by side of the 09 at Tomasi. Oh, he's
it looked like the 09 definitely kind of pinched down the 03 there, going through 1 and 2. The 03 kind of came up a little bit and they had contact.
Before looking to the outside, this is close racing going into the corner as the 09 slid in a gap that was just long enough for his truck.
Just long enough. Robert Malikian up to 3rd.
Sounds like you've heard that before.
Yeah, I did about 2 seconds ago when you said it.
No, before that.
Could be. I'm getting old. I don't remember when things anymore.
That's what happens when you get older. Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, getting back to the race here. 30 of Justin Gann and Brendan Polk kind of stretched out to a lead on their own here. Those guys have pulled away about almost a second over Robert Malikian, who slipped into third. I mean, Robert showed up all of a sudden, and you can never count him out. He's good at these mile and a halves.
Well, he's been knocking on the door, running in the top 10 all night long, but the 09 and the 03 getting together there has definitely shook everything up, as Wyatt Hunley now has moved up into 6th as well. So put all these guys back up, or move these guys up forward. Brendan Elder in 5th.
Front, you got Justin Gann, who's our season points leader right now. Brendan Polk's a playoff driver. Robert Malikian's a playoff driver. William Larkin's a playoff driver. Of course, Brandon Elder's not, but he's stunk up the show right now as the first non-playoff driver other than Gann. And you got Wyatt Hunley, Ben Tracy, Tomasi. Yeah, I mean, you got some heavy hitters up there.
We got the 27 of Clark Innikin making a comeback here. Restarted back in 19th and is working on the top 10.
Yeah, Clark was a player early on. Had some issues on pit road. Either had issues or had to make some damage repairs, one or the other. And unfortunately lost the position. He's trying to claw his way back towards the front.
It's not always about all the laps in the middle. It's about the laps at the end, and that's where you want to find yourself. And we got guys that have not been up front all night long that are kind of rising to the top here as the race is coming to an end.
Yeah, we don't have many to go, do we? We are on lap 107 or 134. We are clicking them off quickly here. Great race so far. Nice clean race. Couple of incidents, but mostly very clean here. And we'll get down to it pretty quickly. And what this means, too, is they're going to have a little bit of a run to the end. So tires are going to matter. They're going to come into play here.
Yeah, because they all pitted on lap 87, which was 21 laps ago. So by the time they're done, they're going to have 50-some-odd laps on the end on these tires, if we go green. And I'm just looking back at Michael Blackner, who's doing what he's got to do. He's in 12th spot, but he's got that rear gunner of Tony Solari right behind him still.
He does. I've been nose to tail all night.
And there's a battle going on in front of them.
I was watching that.
The 6, the 09, the 99, and the 27. Oh, my.
Yeah, that's not really what you want to see in the windshield if you're the 22. You get collected in something and Dave slips through. Ugh. I tell you
not
what,
even that. Go ahead.
I was going to say, if I'm in Michael's shoes, I am a nervous wreck. I got in a wreck on lap 1. I'm doing what I need to do right now, but man, seeing all this around me, you got 3 cars behind you under a blanket, you got 4 in front of you, and you're right smack dab in the middle of this mess. I couldn't think of a worse scenario.
Well, and I was going to say is the worst thing about the guys in front is that they're backing them up to the guys behind them. So there was a little bit of a gap. Now all of a sudden there's no gap behind you, and he's surrounded with trucks.
Let's go back to Dave Nestor, who is coming out turn 2 now. So he's about a straightaway behind this battle. And boy, is it a battle. The 6 and the 99 getting close off the corner.
Battle for the lead. 71 underneath the 30 going into 1.
Here comes Polk to the inside. 30 truck way up the track. The 71 on the bottom. He's able to clear him. There's going to be a little bit of a... there's the crossover. The 30 jumps to the inside. Gives the 71 the outside.
Is he going to try to slide up? He doesn't get clear.
He doesn't wrap the bottom either. He wasn't able to hold it down as the 71's up the track side by side. All this opening the door for the 16, who is closing in quickly behind him.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't look now. The 16 of Robert Malikian closing down big time on this guy.
Oh, a little contact off the corner. The 30 and the 71. 30 slots back into position. Give the lead to the 71 of Brendan Polk. Here comes the 16.
Yeah, he's looking to capitalize that these two guys running hard. Maybe he's got a really good long run truck.
I think the 30 might have scraped the wall off the corner a little bit, lost a little bit of momentum. Side by side, the 16 noses ahead into 1.
16 wrapping or at least staying lower than everybody else. Does the low line actually come into the play here at the end of the race?
Boy, he's doing a good job keeping it on the bottom. Looks like he's really got some grip in that 16. Can he do anything with the 71 if he gets clear of the 30?
Ooh, he slides up. He's there running door to door there for second place.
Man, he is sticking it. He's actually sticking the bottom better than I've seen some of the other guys. So that bodes well if he could ever complete this pass, though. This is a tough pass to complete. But he does have the 30 up there in the dirty air of the 71 right now. Here he comes.
Yeah, he's just got to get off that corner without getting loose.
Great racing for the lead, actually, for second. They're going to try a 3 wide here. 71 way up the track. No, he gets a run off the corner. Not 3 wide just yet, but man, the 71 is backing up to the front bumper of that 30.
And don't look now. We got the 24, William Lark, kind of sneaking in on this group.
I saw him sneaking up right there as this battle continues on. 71, 30, 16 under a blanket. We are under 25 laps to go as we've got 22 laps. Is it 20 laps to go?
Yeah, 20 laps to go. They're going to be 3 wide. This is it. They're going to be 3 wide coming off the corner.
Oh, 71 up the track. They are 3 wide. 16 on the bottom, 30 in the middle, 71 on the outside. 3 wide for the lead as they head into 1.
You have got to be kidding me.
16 trying to take that lead. But the 30's too tough on the outside. They're going to be side by side as they head down the back.
I can't believe they just did that for the lead. But, yeah, what a battle, man.
I tell you what, big picture racing for the 16. He just needs a solid night. Right now he's having it. Got an opportunity for a win, though. You don't want to give that away. It's the 30 might have just touched the wall there off the corner.
And again, don't look now, but the 24 is kind of there. And we got Ben Tracy's closing down on this group as well. This ain't over.
I'll tell you what, the first 2 runs, we saw the leader run away and hide. But to this last run here, that is not the case, as the 16 has run them down and now fighting for the lead beside the 30.
Side by side still. The 16 doing everything he can on the bottom.
Just got to worry about eating those tires up on the bottom. 17 laps to go.
William Lark is there. He's looking underneath the 71 for third.
16 up the track just a little bit. It's going to have to get that exit off of turn 2. He's going to cede the position here to the 30 as Justin Gann retakes the position. Here comes the 30 back to the inside, though, entering 3.
Not so fast. Oh, William Lark in the fence.
I saw that. He touched the wall off turn 4. It's opened the door for the 03. Here comes the 03 of Ben Tracy. We saw him with some speed on the long run. Can he run up here and be a factor?
We got Brendan Elder also right here as well. So we got a 6 trucks right here that have a shot at winning this race.
I tell you, this 16 looks strong, but he's just having a hard time making that bottom line work. He's got to use all of the track, and right now he can't. When the 30, I think the 30 touched the wall off the corner there.
30 not leaving anything out in the racetrack.
Here comes the 16 back underneath the 30. Drives it hard down into turn 1. Can he slide up in front of him? Not quite. He leaves the space as they head down the backstretch. Once again, here we are side by side for the lead.
And behind them, Ben Tracy takes over third spot.
15 up the track a little bit, 30 up the track as well. So the 30's having a hard time getting on the exit of the corner. He can't use that momentum on the top side like he wants. The 16's still stuck to the inside. You're right. Ben Tracy starts closing in on these guys as well in third. He gets by the 71.
And you know if Ben gets there, he's going to be hungry.
Oh, 16 into the... Oh, I thought he was shipping it there, but he just gets to the inside. He's doing such a good job hanging that bottom, though.
He's being patient. I like to see the patience there. He's not overdriving. He's not door banging the 30. He's doing everything he can. He's still being respectful.
But that is bringing the 03. Here comes Ben Tracy, running these guys down in a hurry. Right, 30's going to
Oh,
take
Gann
that.
moves to the bottom.
Yep, that's going to force the 16 to the top there. Ooh, 16 a little loose off the corner.
He was, and I thought Ben was going to get under him.
He's looking, he's trying, but he's not there yet. What a great battle for the lead.
3-car battle, and back behind them, we got the 24 and the 71 running side by side with Brennan Elder right there as well.
16 needs to cool his tires off if he can and try to make another charge at this 30. We're running out of laps there, but we still have 12 laps to go, now 11 laps to go at the line.
And while all this was going on, slowly and methodically, Michael Blackner has worked his way into 9th. So put Michael Blackner in the top 10 tonight.
He is in 10th, or 9th right now, yep. And this is he's put this gaggle of cars behind him as we see Ben Tracy trying to look to the inside of the 16 for second. He's going to get there. Can he make this pass?
And Gann has moved down to the bottom of the racetrack.
16 with a good run off the corner. They're still side by side for second. They need to sort this out soon if either one of them is going to have a shot at the 30. And I say that as a broadcaster because as a driver, you both of you at this point think that you're the driver that needs to be in second. So
yep, absolutely.
You're not going to say, "Oh, okay, you go on ahead."
Ben, you're screwing up my shot at the lead here. Robert, you're screwing up my shot at the lead here. Justin Gann's up there going, keep running.
Robert with a big run off of turn 2 down the backstretch, pulls right back to the back bumper of the 30 of Justin Gann. He is all over him into 1. He's going to look to the bottom.
If he gets clear, you got to slide up. That's 10 laps to go, man. You can't be nice anymore.
Ooh, I think the 30 just got loose off turn 2. That's going to open the door. He does carry a little momentum down the straightaway, though. I wonder if Ben Tracy pulls up behind the 30, is that going to loosen him up even more? Is that going to create an issue? We're about to find out because he is there.
They're going to be 3 wide again for the lead?
Could be.
This is anybody's race at this particular point. All 3 of these guys, and William Lark again catching them.
16's going to try that bottom once again. Wraps that bottom up the track just a little bit. Man, these guys are hanging on.
Ben Tracy right there.
Yeah, Ben's right on the back bumper now. The 30, is that going to loosen the 30 up? The 16 up the track just a little bit.
This is as far up on the 30 that the 16 has been, but now the 30 is going to get a bump from the 03 down the backstretch.
03 pushing him down the backstretch, but is that going to cause some issues on the exit of turn 4? Let's see what happens here. Turn 4, the 16 still side by side with the 30. Man, this is going to come down to the end, and it's 6 laps to go.
Man, Robert had the lead coming out of 4, but the 30 made it to the start-finish line before him. The 16, slide up.
Oh, he's going to take it. He is clear, 16. Robert Malikian to the front.
Now the 03 is underneath the 30, and they are catching a lap car of Wayne Grossi as we're coming out of 4 here.
Yep, 16 up the track. It's put the 30 in dirty air. He's up against the wall off turn 4. It's going to open the door for the 03 for second spot. Side by side for second. 5 laps to go.
The 16 got loose coming off of 4, and the 30 got loose right behind him. We're not done yet.
Actually, the 7 of Grossi come out with those fresh tires. He's going to pull away from these guys. So the lead battle is on. The 16 trying to hold on. The 30, Gann trying to chase him down. Looks like the 16, is up the track a little bit. Gann against the wall.
It's possible the 16 might have went loose in this clean air. Once you're not used to clean air when you get there, it could definitely make a truck loose as the 03 moves underneath the 30 here for second.
Yeah, battle on for second. The 03 underneath the 30. The 03 and then 3-0 side by side down the backstretch.
16 just needs to slow down and have patience. Do what he was doing. Go back down to the bottom and run your line.
03 up the track just a little bit. Had to check up and keep from getting into the 30. I think the 03 and the 24 both in the wall off the corner. And the 30 is going to close back in on the 16 here.
Yeah, the 16 has moved up since he took the lead, and I don't know if he's as fast up there in the upper groove. He's getting through 1 and 2 good.
Yeah, 3 and 4, he was a little high the last time by. Let's see if he's going to go to the bottom here. 16 to the bottom through 3 and 4 as it come to 2 laps to go here at Charlotte. 2 laps to hold on. The 16 leading the 30, leading the 03, leading the 24.
Yeah, the 16, Robert's going to be absolutely sweating bullets here as he's got the 30 hot on his tail.
16, good run through 1 and 2. Able to maintain the gap, but the 30 gets a good run off turn 2. He's going to look underneath him into turn 3. The 16 covers him off, but that pushes the 16 up the track. Is he going to have the turn off the corner? Coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go. Here comes
the 30's under.
30 to the bottom, 16 to the top side, into turn 1 for the white flag. 1 lap to go around Charlotte.
They are side by side off the corners. The 16 going to get a good run. Or they're going to have, they are even down the back.
A little bit of contact off turn 2 between the 16 and the 30 as they head into 3 on this final lap. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. 16 sends it in. The 30 tries to wrap the bottom. 16 in the wall a little bit. Coming off the corner, the 16 has the run, does he? I don't know. It's going to be a photo finish to the line. The 30, Justin Gann wins the Charlotte 200. He gets him back.
Oh my goodness! What a finish!
You couldn't ask for anything more in that finish. Wow, that was crazy.
Oh, the 16 threw it in the corner on the outside and got up into the wall. And unfortunately, I think that might have been what gave Gann that little bit extra he needed to get to that line first. But what a race. What a finish.
Absolutely. What a finish to this race here at Charlotte. Only 2 cautions for incident, and it comes down to a photo finish at the end. Let's see if we can look at the last lap one more time before we go through our results here. The white flag 16 got a little high there. I don't know if he touched the wall. Somebody touched the wall, and it opened the bottom lane for the 30 of Gann. I really thought the 16 would have the momentum here. But the 30 sends it down to 1 and 2, and they stay side by side. A little bit of contact off turn 2 kind of evens things out. Unfortunately for the 16, actually the 16 looks like he kind of come down into the 30 there off turn 2. Side by side down the backstretch, and I really thought the 16 was in prime position here. Sends it into turn 3, up the track, maybe, contact with the wall there, slowing down in the middle of turn 3 and 4. The 30 able to have that momentum, contact all the way to the line, and the 30 comes out the victor.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you get caught up in the moment, and I think the 16, unfortunately, just got a little bit too excited up there, and I mean, he's battling for the win, and he sent it in there. That's what they pay him to come here and do, and just come up a little bit short.
Yeah, but
.016.
I gotta say that's some respectful racing though. The 30 could have used him up a couple times. The 16 could have used the 30 up trying to get by him. Both those guys giving each other plenty of room to race. Very respectful. Did not come down to a wreck in 3 and 4. You see it way too often in these races. But just got to give credit to both of those. Actually, everybody up there in the top 3, top 5, and everybody in the race for keeping it clean here tonight. And that is the kind of racing and the kind of finish that we like to promote here at FTSR. It's awesome. It's fun when you get these things done, especially if you're in the 30 of Gann. You love coming out on top of these things. I know Robert's going to be heartbroken. It's going to be tough to take that loss, but you win some, you lose some. But at the end of the day, you can hold your head high that you were part of a memorable and exciting finish in this league race tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're going to get to talk to Robert later, and I'm sure he's going to be a bit dejected, but he should not walk away with his head down. Ben Tracy, same thing, started shotgun on the field, coming home with the podium. We're going to get to talk to him later. And even William Lark there, who finishes 4th and misses out on the podium. All of them did a fantastic job up there.
Yeah, we'll look at our top results here tonight for the Charlotte 200 in the books. What an amazing and exciting finish. Justin Gann able to come home on top. Fought hard all night, was able to make that last lap pass to regain the lead and take home the win. Actually, he didn't even complete the pass. He was halfway ahead of him. Robert Malikian in second, comes on one spot short. But overall, if you look at the big picture, great points night, exactly what he needed in the playoffs. He'll move on to the next round. So a great run for him and a great finish that I'm sure he's going to remember for a long time. Maybe not for the same reasons the 30 will, but man, it's fun to have those finishes and something to come back and fight for the next time we come here. So I'm sure he'll remember that. Ben Tracy comes home in P3. Great run from the back. You talked about the rebound he had from starting in the rear, missing that wreck early on. Comes home third. Huge run for him. The 24 William Lark, great run points wise for him as well. Comes home in fourth spot. The fifth place spot. JP Burns shows up all of a sudden out of nowhere. He was in the top 10. Shows up late with a top 5 finish. A great long run truck apparently. The 71 of Brendan Polk kind of faded there at the end. Finishes in 6th. 7th spot for the 02 of Wyatt Hunley. Kind of a quiet night for him. Teammate Brandon Elder right behind him in the number 97. Finishes in 8th. 9th spot for the damaged truck of Michael Blackner, who soldiered on all night and did exactly what he needed to do to move on in playoffs. Great run in 9th spot for him. 10th place for Tony Solari. It's a good solid top 10 for the 11 truck. 11th place for the 27 of Clark Ginnikin, who was a factor early, had issues on pit road, never was able to get back to the front, unfortunately. The 6th of James Torrey comes home in 12th spot. That's a great run for him. 13th, he comes home in 12th. 13th for the 4 of Casey McMullen. 14th for the 09 Tanner Tomasi. 15th Wyatt Winterfield. And 16th, just not quite enough for the playoffs. But otherwise, a pretty good night. Good qualifying run for Dave Nestor, but he comes home in 16th spot.
17th spot, we got Derek Catt in the 79, followed by Joshua O'Connor in the 59, finishes 18th. Justin Diltz comes home 19th in the 91. Nice little number play there. 20th is TJ Bartel was our last guy in the lead lap. Lewis Meglin was our first car a lap down, finishes 21st. Grant Robichaux finishes 22nd. With Wayne Grassi Perseverance coming home 23rd, Chris Gore 24th, Shad Kern 25th, James Morris after a great run early, my pick, commentator curse, fortunately 27 laps down in 26th, Ron Satcher. And at 33, comes home 27th. Also, same thing. He was caught up in the same wreck as James was. Ryan Chapman, actually also in that wreck, 28th. Marty Roberts, 29th. Jonathan Atkins, Marshall Johnson, Nicholas Moreau. Actually, I think Marshall and Nicholas were able to make it one lap. Jonathan was at a baseball game and didn't actually make any laps. So that's our 32-car finish.
All right. Well, there's your results tonight for the exciting, shocking Charlotte 200 here for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. When we come back on the other side, we'll talk to our top 3 finishers and digest what an amazing race and exciting finish we had here at Charlotte. We'll do all that on the other side. We'll be right back after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
The best team.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, wrapping up the Charlotte 200 for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series here on Full Throttle Television. We get the race in the books. We're going to slide over to our post-race show. There it is, sponsored by Victory Fuel. Remember to use code FTSR for 10% off your order at drinkvictory.com. Check out some of the great stuff they've got there. Victory Fuel, proud sponsor of the Victory Fuel Cup Series here at FTSR. So let's look at our third place finisher. Who is that? Where is that? Ben Tracy. Oh, he's out patrolling somewhere. Let me see if I can grab him here. Down on pit road here with the third place finisher, the 03 of Ben Tracy. Ben, just a couple spots short, man, but what a challenge, what a charge through the field. After starting from the rear, that lap one wreck, you basically come to a stop to miss and come home in third spot. Part of that amazing finish there at the end.
Yeah, that was easily one of the best, most fun races I've been a part of, maybe ever, definitely in a long time. I think I was flying out there. I think I probably had the best truck, but getting around them, they made it hard. They did their jobs, and I'll take a P3.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I know it happened in front of you there. You were racing the 30, the 16, all, you know. I'm lost for words with that finish, man. It was crazy, but the whole race, man, was a pretty good race for everybody. I know you have to kind of walk us through. You kind of cut up through the field pretty quickly there. Kind of what, after that first wreck, then we started noticing you come through the top 10, then the top 5. Kind of walk us through your race. What did you experience out there from the start, the chaotic start with the wreck in turn 3, all the way through the run? We thought we were going to have pit stops, and there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I started all the way at the back. EOL from last week had me a nice self spin. Able to avoid that this week, so that's always off to a good start. But that first wreck put me up 10 spots from where I started. So I mean, that was a huge little jump there. Able to work my way up to. I mean, the caution came out right before the stage break, I think. I would have definitely got some stage points there, but was able to just really work my way up. I had a really fast long run truck. I was able to stick the bottom the whole time and make some passes there, which I know a lot of guys couldn't do, was pass down there. They couldn't stick the bottom. It felt really good. Unfortunately, during the last run there, I got a little loose with someone on my door. I don't even know who it was, but had a little bit of a slide down low, was able to get it back together, and I think I went back to 8th or 9th or something like that. Had to work my way back up. By the time I got back up to those top 2 guys, I had just burned my tires up a little too much. I couldn't really stick the bottom as well as I could earlier in the race, but man, I had a heck of a seat for some great racing. I wanted to be a part of it, and there was a few times I had to talk myself out of going 3 wide and said it ain't worth it.
I think you had the best. You had the best seat in the house, I believe, there in third spot.
Oh my God, it was. I just went back and saved the replay because I want to go back and watch it from my cockpit again. Can't wait to watch it on broadcast. I'm sure you guys did a great job with that. I mean, I don't know how you could have done a poor job with that. That was a good race, and we made it easy on y'all tonight.
I was actually literally out of my seat there at the end because I didn't know. I was like, it was getting crazy there at the end, and I love seeing the fact that those guys were giving each other room, racing respectfully, and racing it out all the way to the line, because it's so easy here on the service to get one of those finishes, and it just goes, we'll say bonkers there at the end, and people just start throwing haymakers and end up in the wall and crash and wreck. And I know maybe you were maybe kind of hoping for a little something back there.
I was praying to whoever Chase Elliott was praying to on Sunday. I was seeing what they would do, but
yeah.
I mean, the racing all night was very respectful. These guys did a great job out here tonight. I know we had a couple of cautions, but we're still driving race cars, and they're going to happen. I think overall everyone did a really good job tonight. So
yeah, absolutely.
Props to everybody that was out there.
I completely agree 100%. It was a great race, a great finish. You really couldn't ask for much more in a race, and Charlotte continues to put on a great race on the oval. I will say we were scheduled to run the oval. We had a vote, and everybody's like, no, let's run the oval. I think tonight may be the selling point that says, you know what? I think that was the right call by everybody. So
yeah, I think we ought to call up the France family, have them watch this broadcast, see what we got.
yeah.
But
absolutely.
I primarily run the Cup Series, and we'll be running the oval as well on Monday night coming up. And I hope for just as good of a race. I mean, even if it's half a good of a race tonight, it's going to be a great race. So
Absolutely. But again, congratulations tonight on the third place finish. Great race. And like you said, I know there was a lot going on in your windshield because you started from the back, come to third. So again, congratulations. I'm going to hand you the mic to let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Yeah, I'm gonna thank the angel on my shoulder, and the devil was talking loud, telling me to throw it 3 wide a few times. I was able to brush him off. But overall, thanks to the guys that I was racing with tonight, Brendan, Lark, uh, Morris. I mean, those guys are awesome to race with every night, and we always come out here and run good lap times. So thank you to them guys. Thank you to my wife for letting me sit down in this seat all the time. Spend some time away from her. I think she likes it. And thanks to you guys for putting on an awesome broadcast. And I don't usually throw this one in there, but thanks to all the guys that were in the race tonight. They all did a really good job. And shout out to my dad, as always. He's the reason I'm in this seat. So I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, man, again, congratulations. We'll see you next week, wherever we're heading next week. I don't even know. I'm all all messed up after that finish. But man, congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right, there's your third place finisher of the 03, Ben Tracy, getting it done in a new number, but the same Dunkin' Donut scheme, though. Make me want a donut. But anyway, we'll throw it over to Richie Court. Richie, I think you're standing by with our second place finisher, the 16 of Robert Malikian.
Yep, I'm standing down here with Robert, and we're going to do this, Robert. We're going to key on the fact that you got a great second place finish tonight. You had a fantastic run. I know you probably really wanted to get that .016 back off the top, the fourth corner, but I think we're going to try to keep positive spin on this tonight, man. Great job.
Thank you. Yeah, going to be replaying that one a bit in my head, but still super happy with the finish. That was a ton of fun. Big credits to Justin. We had an amazing race. I hope you guys enjoyed that because we really enjoyed it inside the cockpits.
Yeah, it was, dude. Both Brody and I were up on the edge of our seats as we were watching. We couldn't break away from you guys to show anything else going on for the last 25 laps because you guys were putting on one hell of a battle. You on the bottom trying to get it done, finally get it done. Justin coming back. But what a race, man! And you kind of came from nowhere there. So talk to me, how did you make it up to the lead there in the first place anyway?
Well, we struggled on qualifying. I was pretty nervous throughout practice. I thought we didn't really have any speed. But then once we got into the first stage, I realized once we got single file, I could really pick off people one at a time. And so just managing tires, I didn't even feel like I was managing. I didn't feel like I was saving. I was just driving smart. And the setup worked in our favor. JP Burns built this setup for us, and he did a hell of a job. So ton of credit to him. It was an awesome truck. I don't think I've had a truck that good before.
Well, yeah, I mean, so we were watching all night long, and so Justin was up front all night long, and we had people coming, we had going. We were focusing actually on Ben Tracy as he was marching through the field, and then I look back, and I'm like, Robert Malikian, where the hell did he come from? And then he's up there, he's in fifth, you're in fourth, and then all of a sudden you're fighting for the lead. So yeah, heck of a truck under you tonight. I know it sucks that you didn't come across the line first, but don't walk away with your head down. You had a fantastic race. You guys put on an absolute killer of a show tonight. Congratulations on that. I again, just absolutely great job.
Appreciate it. I'm always the bridesmaids. One of these days will be the bride.
You just need 0.017 of a second more.
Well, you said .016. I thought it was kind of ironic that the 16 finished .016 behind.
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't even notice that, but yeah. But I'm
I
gonna
clipped that wall on the last corner, and I knew he was gonna run high, so I was like, I gotta run a little bit higher.
Not that high next time.
Yeah.
But again, you did still a fantastic job. Absolutely nothing to hang your head on. I'm going to open the floor up for you to give out some shout outs and sponsor plug.
Yeah, I got to thank all the guys that elevated. It's always fun running with them. Big shout out to JP. He built an awesome setup for us this week. Shout out to Colton Gums Auto Center. Always sponsoring us. We appreciate what they do for us. Appreciate my wife for supporting this hobby. But shout out to Justin, just ran an amazing race. We kept it clean for, I think we were side by side for like 20 laps. I felt like, I don't know. I'll have to go back and count. And shout out to you guys. I hope we gave you a good show. I'm excited to watch the broadcast back, see how the rest of the race was. But it was an awesome race. We'll moved on to the next round of the playoffs as well. So we'll see what we can do in the next round. Maybe we can bring the same type of truck to Chicagoland, see how it goes there.
Chicagoland. We were forgetting where we were going next week, but yeah, hopefully we did you guys justice up in the booth, because you guys were definitely the show tonight. So congratulations again on second place, and we will see you next week at Chicagoland.
Thank you guys.
All right, Brody, I think you've made your way down to victory lane there with our winner, Justin Gann.
Yeah, I'm standing out here in victory lane with the 30 of Gant here from
goodness.
from the agony of defeat to the elation of pulling off a win like that, man, just inches apart for lap after lap, and you guys finished that way eventually. But man, talk about your race, man. Congratulations on the win first off, but man, what a show, what an exciting finish that was.
Yeah, I definitely had to get a bucket to wring out my shirt here because I'm sweating bullets, man. Those last 25 laps, I'd say, had me on edge, but probably the best time I've had on racing in iRacing for a long time.
From the battle with the 71 to the battle with the 03, the battle with the 16 who finally got around you, then you chase him back down. You have to find a way around him, and it comes down to the last lap. You're right. I mean, that's one of those things you kind of live for. That's why we do this. It's those moments like that, those memories. You will never forget this race and this finish, and that will probably prod you on to do this for who knows how long. That's exactly this. I'm glad we got to document it, because that's the kind of finish that we do this for week in, week out. We hope for those kind of moments. But yeah, again, you were able to capitalize. You came out on top and did exactly what I was worried. The 16 got by. I was like, does he have a better car? And he kind of stuck there, and you got back to him. I don't know. Just a great finish.
Yeah, he passed me with I think it was 5 laps to go when he passed me, and I told my crew chief, I'm like, he's got me, man. Like, I don't have anything. And my crew chief was like, no, you got him. You're faster. Just get to the bottom. And sure enough, that's what we were able to do with 1 lap to go. And I mean, somehow we made it work out of turn 4. But it was clean racing all the way around. You know, being the leader, I wanted to save my tires for those kind of battles, but like you said, I had Brendan who was fast, so I had to race him, and then, you know, just kind of cycles through as everybody, you know, runs their tires off, and I just hope being in the front could keep that advantage. And somehow I don't know how I won, honestly. I think I lost the lead like 2 or 3 times in the last 10 laps, and was able to get it back.
Well, you were leading when it counted, and that's all that matters. That last lap to the line, and you were able to get that. Man, I got to give you credit, and I got to give everybody else credit. They're racing at the top there, man. And in this whole entire race, to be honest with you, the clean and respectful racing, you could have easily cleaned him out in 3 and 4. There's a couple times you could have cleaned him out. There's a couple times he could have cleaned you out. But you guys made the decision that that's not the way I'm going to race. And that is, we need more of that in iRacing, to be honest with you. But I got to give you guys complete props for deciding, no, I'm not going to win like that. That is not the way I drive. We're going to race it out to the line. And you guys put on a heck of a show for doing it. And like I said, we need more of that. And I've got to give you 100% credit there. Because like I said, it would have been easy to slide up into him into turn 3, but you left him room. He left you room. You guys were racing hard and raced it out.
Yeah, I definitely think the drivers in here are looking really good, and still need to give credit to everyone behind the scenes over here. They've been doing a lot of work lately, making sure that we can have this kind of racing. So I definitely appreciate the league for doing that kind of, putting in that kind of work, really.
All right, I'm gonna pass it over to Richie. I'm sure Richie's gonna have some words. Use your words, Richie.
Words. No, once again, you just took everything and just threw it out there already. And then you're like, all right, we're pretty much done with the interview. Let me throw it over to Richie. I got nothing to add as far as questions outside of, why don't you give me something about, Justin, how did you get into sim racing? Let's just go completely off the wall here.
Actually, a buddy of mine was sitting there talking about it. I don't know, probably 10 years ago or so, maybe more. And I said, well, let me look into that a little bit because, I watched NASCAR all my life and never really played a lot of NASCAR games. But once he told me about it, I think within maybe a month, I had a full rig at my house. It didn't take long for me to get addicted. By far the best community I could get into. I was always really athletic and competitive, and I'm hurt. I got back in nature, and I haven't left it since.
Well, that's awesome. I'm going to ask one more question from you. Just, and I probably could look this up, but where do you come from? Where are you at in the U.S.?
I live out in Yorktown, Virginia.
Okay, so from Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm just throwing out some random facts. I was thinking about that too. I was like, well, we could always ask that. But, man, again, congratulations. It's not your first win, man. You're going to grow that points lead too. You're leading the points, looking good in the points as we pass the halfway point of the season too. Talk about that. Are you changing the way you approach these races with a points lead, or are you still just out there just trying to grind away and get everything you can?
Yeah, I mean, I always try to go for a win. I didn't realize that Robert was on the cut line for the chase, so I probably wouldn't have raced quite that hard knowing that. I really don't want to take anybody out that's in the chase, coming in mid-season like this. But I'm gonna race as clean as possible, and like I said, I just don't want to take anybody out that's in the chase because I don't have a shot for it. But of course, we're all competitive and we want the win. So,
well, you'll rest easy knowing he was in pretty good shape, and that second place finish is going to do plenty for him to move on. So, you guys were free to race for it. And I think he knew that too. That's why he was racing up there for it too. I think if he was in protect mode, he probably wouldn't have raced as hard either. So,
yeah, that's true.
But then again, I mean, I'm glad everybody did. We put on a heck of a show, man. So again,
yeah, I'm ready to go look at that.
Yeah. All right. Well, man, I'm going to get you out of here then. Congratulations on the win tonight. I'm going to throw you the mic there, let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Yeah. Cookout, if they want to shoot me some money over, I'll definitely give them a shout out. But I definitely got to thank everybody over there at Speed Demon Esports, Darren Clement for being a crew chief for us over there. Got us to the front. At one point, we had all three of us up there, so that was awesome. Everybody behind the scenes putting the league on, and then you guys over there at Full Throttle putting the broadcast on.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate the show, man. Thanks for giving us plenty to talk about, and we'll see you next week as we head back to another track. All
right, I appreciate it, fellas.
All right, there's your winner tonight, the 30 of Justin Gann, getting it done once again, extending that points lead, Richie. Looking really strong for that season championship.
Did you just say we'll see you next week at another track?
Yes, we'll be at another track next week.
I'm sorry, I just had to do a double take. I'm like, we're just going to be at some random track next week. Are we all going to be at the same track next week?
No, we'll be together. As a matter of fact, we're going to go to Chicagoland next week for the trucks. That should be another great race.
Oh, we're going to go to Tony's? Is he going to put us up for the weekend?
I'll pass. I'm just kidding. All right. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, the winner tonight extends his point lead, looking really strong. Justin Gann looking really good. Robert Malikian doing what he needs to do to move on in the championship. As we get deeper into these playoffs and into the season, you're going to start seeing the divergence of plans. The 30s looking at the C season, Robert Malikian looking at the playoffs. I mean, Gann even mentioned it right there that, if he's having to kind of watch the playoffs, make sure he doesn't, cause any issues in the playoffs, and the playoff drivers are going to get even more focus as we go forward.
Yeah, and it's going to get, I don't know, you're going to ramp it up more and more every week that we get closer to Phoenix. And it's going to get ramped up for the C-Season championship that Gann is running for, and it's going to get ramped up for the playoff championship as well.
Yeah, you got to wonder if Robert Malikian needed a win tonight, how would he veer race different? Would he have done anything different? Would he have pushed a little harder? Would it cause it? Like, those are the questions you ask. Like, tonight was one thing, but in the next round, if he needs a win, does he race differently? Well, I guess you'll just have to tune in and find out. Because next week we have Chicagoland Speedway, the Chicagoland 200, right here on Full Throttle Television. If you liked what you saw tonight, tune in next week. You're probably going to see even more of it. That track is a great track. It's got multi-grooves. We're going to see the same stuff we saw tonight at Charlotte out there at Chicagoland. I'm looking forward to it right here. Full Throttle Television, 9 p.m. on Wednesday nights. You can check it all out. But that's going to do it for us here at Charlotte. After a banger of a race, the Sim Racing Points Truck Series Charlotte 200 in the books. Justin Gann, your winner in the number 30. We'll see if he can go for another one next week. So for Richie Coy, my name's Brody Hanna, everybody at the Full Throttle Television booth. We will see you next week from Chicagoland.